Howdy folks, Sauber here. Welcome back to the channel. I want to start by saying thank you so much for the support you have given me. And now at the time of the making of this video, 205 subscribers. Woohoo! Thank you very much. I still remember when I got 100 subs back in June of 2018. So about a year and a half ago, but hey, it's been quite a ride. And I'll never forget, it was shortly after, let me see if I could pull it up real quick. Yep, it was shortly after my Leopard 2A4 serving the beer video, which was recorded on, or released on June 4th, which is perhaps my most controversial video ever, and you will be surprised as to why. No, I didn't mention religion, I didn't mention politics, or anything that other YouTubers get in trouble for. It was all because I was really pissed off when a T64 got me for the second time in a row while playing my Leopard 2A4, when he even said at the beginning of the chat, hey, let's not shoot each other, okay? And then what does he do? He gets me. Not once, but twice. Blue Moon, oh my goodness, you are so annoying. Or were annoying. Anyway, so I thought I would hop in my Arado and then just dive bomb him, but I couldn't pull up in time, or rather, I didn't bother with it because I wanted to get out of the match so I could move on, and I was very honorable. But to at least 24 people, or viewers, I was not honorable. So yeah, but I think it's my highest like video too. 76 likes versus 24 dislikes. Hey, that was so nuts. But anyway, I thought I would do something different this video for a change. I mean, already you've seen some of the footage you see here. If I recall correctly, I was going to use them for some other video, but they never made the cut. So you get to see some nice, never-before-seen footage. And then, what I was going to say earlier is, I thought to celebrate for this occasion, because when I celebrated getting 100 subscribers, I did a showcase of various ground vehicles that were going to be released in, I think it was 1.79. It was whatever the patch the Leopard 2A4 was released in. So for this video, I thought I would do a little question and answer session answering some questions that I've received over the years regarding my channel and also regarding the user skins that I used. Some of these questions were asked me either in-game, in the comments, or by my friends in real life. So, without further ado, let's begin my little question and answer session. As we begin, each question will be highlighted by a little annotation on the screen, and then I will answer it based on the answers that I have come up with. So without further ado, let's get into it. Alright, let's get started with the first question. Question: how often do you publish new videos? Answer: it really depends on the time that I have available. Before my channel reboot in 2017, I uploaded a video about once every 3 months due to my slow internet. Also because my old videos at the time were mainly like theme videos with music and whatnot, which took a lot of time and effort to make, much more than my videos do today. Not to mention that I had slow internet for that time. Then I went inactive for some time. And then by the time my channel reboot came along in 2017, I had gotten faster internet, a new PC, and a new video recorder, OBS, or Open Broadcast Software. At the time of the making of this video, which is the 4th of November 2019, I tried to upload at least once every other week. If I'm able to do so, then I'll try to do once a week. But if worst comes to worst, I'll do a new video every other week, if at all possible. Question: why do you record your gameplay via replays? Answer: this used to be the most popular question friends would ask me. You see, I prefer to do it this way because when I play an actual battle, I like to listen to music, talk with friends, etc. I also find that recording via replays instead of live battles, despite the minor problems it can have, puts a lot less stress on me to get a good video every time I play. That way, I am able to relax when I play, and if I get a good battle, I can record it later. It also saves some hard drive space. In addition, I also find it useful as I prefer to do post-gameplay commentary. This is useful if I want to discuss a topic and not go overtime, or to fix mistakes in narration, music, or audio. Also, for example, if I get stuck on something, then that really just messes up the gameplay video, wouldn't it? And then also, for example, most recent example, when I was making my F4 Phantom video, I wasn't even thinking that this battle I was going to play would be a good showcase of the F4. I was just wanting to play my A1 Abrams for a change. And then, after I got taken out a bit early, I was like, oh great, I guess I'll leave the match, because at the time, it was my only tank in my lineup that had night vision and thermal. But then I thought, you know, what if I take the F4 Phantom out? Then I just turn up the gamma, and boom, that turned out to be a great success. I recorded that replay the next day, and that's what made my F4 Phantom video possible. Which then leads me to a brief detail regarding the replays. You see, when I play Tank RB, for example, I normally would not see enemy markers. But because of how the replay system works, it shows you enemy markers when viewing a replay. So that helps explain why you may notice there are times where an enemy flew or drove right past me and I did not see them. The only main downside with the replay system is that there's no way to rewind a replay. So if I miss something interesting, I have to exit the replay and start it over again and try to fast forward to the right spot. I'm honestly not sure why in the 7 years War Thunder's been around, they can't let us at least restart the replay without reloading it. Or perhaps let us rewind, let's say, 5 minutes at a time rather than instant rewind. Or something like that. I don't know. You be the judge of that. Apart from that, for example, when helicopters first came out, the helicopter GUI didn't work right, but that thankfully was fixed soon afterwards. Next question. What video editing program do you use? Not to be confused with what video recording program, by the way. Answer. Laugh if you want, but the same tool I have used since 2014 is the same one I still use today. But of course with a newer version. Windows Live Movie Maker 2016. Why? Because I've tried other video editors and they are either too complicated to use. For example, they have too many options and I don't know, they tend to complicate some programs at times. Like one time I tried, it wasn't Adobe Audition, it was Adobe InDesign for a college project, and let me tell you, it took me over an hour to make a very simple text-based logo that when I tried replicating it in Paint.net, I was able to get that same logo done in 2 minutes. It's like, seriously, Adobe? Now, I know what you're thinking. Some people are like, Salbert, it's something we're used to. You need the extra options, this and that. Insert reason here, but I like things to be simple, not overly complicated. And then alternatively, even if they are simple, some programs can be just way too expensive. I can't remember the program's name off the top of my head, but there was a somewhat simple program like Movie Maker, but it costed over $100. And I saw that price, I'm like, come on. And sometimes they even lack the basic features that I like to use in Windows Live Movie Maker. And it's like, okay, if I'm going to spend hundreds of dollars on this fancy program, why can't I have the simplicity and simple options that Movie Maker has? It's just ridiculous. But I digress. Anyway, thanks to its simple interface and being able to do what I needed to do with little hassle, and to be honest, it's not as bad as it used to be. It is my video editor of choice for the type of videos that I publish. It gets the job done, and if it's not broke, don't fix it, right? In the future, though, I may consider using Windows Live Movie Maker 2019 edition, but I'll have to wait and see what happens then. TLDR, I am planning on upgrading to Windows 10 soon, but for obvious reasons, I'm holding back for as long as possible. I do plan on getting together with a friend. He's going to help me install it and give me all the customization I need, keep the performance up. But the subject of Windows 10 is a topic for another day. Next question. Do you publish your videos about other games or just War Thunder? Oh, and to deviate a little, I forgot to mention that in regards to replays, there have been a handful of exceptions, especially if I was pressed for time on the dev server, that sort of thing. But that's with a minimum of exceptions. Anyway, back to the questions on publishing videos on other games or just War Thunder. Answer. I have done a handful of other games, such as Simple Planes, Cuisine Royale, and more. I do on occasion showcase other games I play, but War Thunder is my mainstay since I have plenty to discuss about it. And that's mainly what my videos are about. Not just gameplay, but mainly discussions. And in the future, I do plan on covering other games where applicable. Last question regarding my channel and videos. What future plans do you have for your videos, channel, and content? Answer. I am interested in trying out Windows Live Movie Maker 2019 in the near future, and seeing what new features it will have to offer. And if it meets the requirements and my requirements and the like, I think I will definitely switch to it. I'll just have to wait and see how it performs. As regards to the videos, I will continue to publish them with my current schedule as usual for as long as I possibly can. At this time, though, I don't really have any big changes to the videos themselves in the foreseeable future, but that, of course, is subject to change. Alright, this next part of the FAQ is in regards to my user skins and the Yoitsu Armed Forces. This'll be fun. Question. What is the Royal Yoitsu Airforce, Yoitsu Marine, and other Yoitsu Armed Forces? Answer. The Yoitsu Armed Forces are a fictional armed force that is based around the S&W location called Yoitsu. Question. Where did you get the idea for the checkerboards? And what do they mean? Answer. My idea for the checkerboard that I have used in my channel profile since I believe 2014, I know for certain 2015, but possibly 2014, came from the good old early days of playing Minecraft in 2012. Back then, me and my good friend, the Zero Fighter 78, wanted a simple logo that could be made with just a few blocks for our bases. Keep in mind that the banners we know today in Minecraft did not exist at the time. So, I thought, what would be a good logo that is more or less based off of S&W? So, I took 4 red blocks, 8 blue blocks, 2 white blocks, and 2 brown blocks. And there you have it! The checkerboard was born! Later, when I started to use them as rondels, I don't know how you say it, rondels in my user skins back when user skin support was added for the first time to War Thunder in 2014, I originally only used the standard checkerboard. But sometime later, I felt that was just too simple. So I drew inspiration from the way that British RAF rondels looked. Blue and red on the top of the wings, red, white, and blue on the bottom of the wings, red, white, and blue, plus a gold outline around it for the fuselage. Hence, I did a similar design with my checkerboards. The fuselage rondels had an extra gold square outline. The bottom of the wings maintained the original checkerboard, and the top one either had a simple brown and white checkerboard enlarged, or a brown and white checkerboard with a black outline. In 2016, I changed the brightness of the red and blue portions to be slightly darker. In addition, I also changed the silver and brown portions of the checkerboard to match the colors that I found on the S&W wiki page. Which leads me to my next question. Question: what is the flag at the tail of each aircraft? Is that the Yoitsu flag? Answer: you got it! It sure is. Sure is. I got the idea for it long before I guess you could call it the official Red Wolf flag, as I like to call it, was introduced in one of the novels. My flag consists of 3 stripes: a silver stripe, a chocolate brown stripe, and a gold stripe. I got the idea from a visual scene where the 2 main characters, Holo and Lawrence, are standing in a wheat field, hence the gold stripe, Holo's brown hair representing the brown stripe, and Lawrence's silver hair representing the silver whitish stripe. And I made a draft for the flag shortly after I made the checkerboard, and I've liked it a lot and have used it ever since. Starting in 2019, I have also used a modified version of the official novel flag alongside my own version, most notably on my Mi-24 attack helicopters. Next question. How did you get the colors for the so-called Holo-Wolf paint schemes? Answer: I got the so-called Holo-Wolf Orange, Holo-Wolf Cream, and other colors from my senior suggestion moderator, Leroy Only, when he assisted me in making a Holo-Wolf themed F-86 Sabre skin back in 2014. You see, back then I was fairly new to skinning, and on top of that, I had a very hard time working with monocolor skins such as those found on the F-86, which, in case you don't understand what I mean, a monocolor skin is where both the top portion of the aircraft and the bottom portion are the same color, i.e. the top of the wings are the same color as the bottom wings. Whereas on a bicolor skin, the top of the wings, like let's say, would be green, and the bottom portion of the wings would be blue. I really like using bicolor camouflage skins for various reasons. Hence, it's easier to color, let's say, the top part of the wings if it's one color, and then the bottom part of the wings if they're a different color. Where if they're the same, not only does it take longer, I'm not saying it's impossible, it's just much more difficult. And I still have trouble with that to this very day. Hence, that is why I prefer to use bicolor templates wherever possible and wherever available. Leroy supplied me with the colors for Holo-Wolf Orange, Cream, Gold, and a reddish purple, and I have used them ever since. And as a matter of fact, the Holo-Wolf template skin for my F-86 was helped provide the basis for making my future F-86 skins, and those thereafterwards. Thank you very much, Leroy. Next question. What is the Russian-style star with the colors of the Yoitsu flag? Answer: that is my army badge I like to use on my helicopter skins in addition to the gold outlined checkerboard. I have to admit, I would love to use that same badge on my tanks, but unfortunately, the skinning system for tanks is very different than that of aircraft or helicopters, and hence it is very difficult to add user decals to a tank, and would be harder than if you were to do the same for an aircraft. Long story short, in order to add decals to a tank, you can only add it to one tank at a time. And you have to have special knowledge skills with the CDK, which unfortunately is outside of my knowledge base. Long story short, I've tried messing around with it in the past, but I never could get around to it. And despite the help of some good friends from the Live War Thunder community, I just couldn't figure it out for myself. But what can you do? Anyway, that is why in its place, I use the Holo-Wolf Orange Cream Orange stripes on the hull and the blue red blue stripes on the turret on some of my tanks. It's funny, some have even said that the stripes look like racing stripes, but on the contrary, they're actually inspired by the orange and black stripes, which the Russians use on their tanks during parades, such as the Russian Victory Day Parade. Next question. Who is the anime girl that you use on your aircraft skins as a pinup art? This one is a rather interesting question. And interestingly enough, one that very few people have ever asked me. I think in the 3 years I've used her on my skins, actually I think it's been longer than that, only a handful of people have ever asked me. Anyway, I honestly do not know who she is, but I can tell you with confidence she is not from SMW. You see, back in 2014, I was using Holo as a pinup for a short time. But, in all fairness, I wanted to be original. So Zero helped me out and provided me with the black and white image of the girl you commonly see on my planes, which I affectionately nicknamed AP Kitsune. But, to this very day, I still do not know who she is or where she comes from. In fact, when I recently asked Zero if he knew who she was and from what anime or manga, manga, however you say it, I don't know. Whatever anime or manga she is from, he shrugged, and he said that he could not remember. So, if you recognize her and know who she is and what anime or manga she is from, please do let me know. I am curious to know her origin. Next question. Paula is a decal that you use on all your vehicles. Why is that? Answer. Nowadays, this is a bit of a sensitive question, but I will go ahead and answer it. Long story short, Paula was the given name of someone very special to me, but for undisclosed reasons, that eventually came to an end. But despite the now, I guess you could say sad origin of the name, I still keep the decal as a kind of trademark, since my user skins cannot be seen by other players. Keep in mind that, thankfully, the name itself really doesn't bother me. It's just the origin I do not like to talk about anymore. Speaking of trademarks, though, people have actually come to know me by the Paula decal, so it's nice to have something to be recognized by, especially since I don't have my own official decal like Fly, Dita, or Bowtime do. And of course, I use the Fly Daily decal to support my favorite War Thunder YouTuber. Last question. Wow, this went quickly. Why don't you publish your aircraft or helicopter skins? Answer. The main reason I don't publish them is that I create them for my own personal use in War Thunder and the videos I publish. I never really saw the need to publish the skins aside from a handful of tank camos for the following reasons. First and foremost, the tank camos are much more simpler to make. And they're also much smaller in file size than an aircraft or helicopter camo. On top of that, I have a ton of different variants for aircraft and helicopters. Hence, it really would be a pain to upload them all. Like, for example, in regards to the tanks, let me see if I can pull one up real quick. So, I'm currently looking at my custom skin for the T-64 Bravo, as I like to call it. One of them anyhow, and the skin file itself is only 150 kilobytes. And then the configuration file is also 400 bytes. So in total, they accumulate to 131 kilobytes. That is just for one tank skin. So obviously, those are pretty easy to upload and maintain. But when it comes to aircraft, namely my jets, hoy ay ay. For example, my custom blue-red skin that I like to use, if you include all the necessary files, the configuration file or BLK file, the negatives, the skins themselves, the main skin, the damage skin, and the decal modifier, in total, those are 88 megabytes. 88.9 to be exact. That's a lot. And then if you account for all the custom skins that I have for just the F4 Phantom alone, which is just which is all in one folder, for 30 skins, it's 2.67 gigabytes. And that's just for one plane. And I have many different versions that I like to use. I have, just to name a few, Blue Sky, Blue Red, Modern, NATO, Spetsnaz, Holo-Wolf, Lilium, 3 versions of a Nighthawk, Yoitz Marine, Blue Black, Blue White, and Green Gray, and so much more. And especially for the F4, for example, I have some custom skins that are more or less based off of real ones, like FS1, Iran style, Israel style, Greece style, that sort of thing. And hold on to your seats. I'm comparing just my Russian and American jet folders together, which have a ton of skins. 17.1 gigabytes. Oh my goodness gracious. And then for helicopters, that's another 4 gigabytes. Yes, I know, I have a lot of skins. And as a matter of fact, my user skin folder itself, wait for it, 39.7 gigabytes. Yes, I know it is a lot of data, but yeah. And then just for one of my tank folders, which is, I'm looking at USSR tanks, it's only 171 megabytes. Yeah, nice and simple, right? So yeah, that's pretty much my explanation for why I don't publish my aircraft or helicopter skins. Plus, because there are so many of them, it would be difficult to maintain them at all. So yeah, that is it for this FAQ. Thank you so much for listening and watching. I really hope you enjoyed the FAQ, or Q&A, whatever you want to call it, and I hope it was really helpful to you and answered some questions you may have had. If you have any other questions, be sure to leave them in the comments below, and I will try to answer them if possible. Do keep it reasonable though, and please do not troll. Thank you. So, yeah. But anyway, that is it for today's video. Thank you so much for watching. I really hope you are enjoying the video so far. It's just amazing to think of how far I've come from my channel reboot in 2017. And I will acknowledge, I am still a small channel with 205 subscribers, but hey, I do this as a hobby. I don't do it to make money. I don't do it to gain any fame or popularity. I do it because I enjoy it. It's productive for me. And my friends IRL and my friends in game do enjoy these videos, and I really appreciate it when you take the time to sit down, watch my videos, listen to my discussions, my opinions about War Thunder and other games, be it if you're sitting on the couch eating chips, or on the bus on the way to, or train on the way to work, or just chilling with your friends and family. I really am appreciative of how I'm able to brighten your day. And I'm sorry. I just really cannot say it enough. Despite my ups and downs and my inactivity and irregular schedules from time to time, it's just amazing how you all stick around. So I can't say it enough. Thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. But anyway, that is it for today's video. Have a great day. Stay safe, and peace out.